Hey guys, today we're here on Lake Nacogdoches in East Texas, and we're going largemouth bass fishing. We're gonna do a couple things today. We're gonna throw some small swim baits out deep early in the morning time, trying to catch those fish that are suspended. Then later on in the day, when the sun gets up, we're gonna go out there and throw some topwaters for some schooling fish. Hopefully try to catch some bigger ones doing that. All right, Let's Fish TV is on the air right now.
Oh, dude, oh my gosh. Oh, check that out.
It's time for the only program that brings you real-time fishing reports from the Southwest region every week.
Cobia, big one. And a monster. Look at that. That's a Tawakoni giant.
This is Let's Fish.
Hey guys, we're here on Lake Nacogdoches in East Texas. Lake Nacogdoches is kind of a well-kept secret. It's not a very big lake. It's only about 2,600 acres. Even though it might be small, it fishes really, really big. You can catch fish from one end to the other. You can catch some really big fish out here. A couple years ago, they even caught a 15-pounder. So you can catch a fish of a lifetime. Of course, we're out here in the middle of the summer. It's been 100 degrees for a couple days now, and the fish are starting to suspend. Usually they're kind of hard to catch this time of the year like that. But I think we have an idea. Maybe we can go a little deep, wait for the sun to come up, and hopefully try to find some of those schooling fish. Those schooling fish can have some big ones. So hopefully we can do that. Also, we're gonna have this week's fishing report from your local region from our insider reporters. For right now, I'm gonna get the boat put in the water, get all my gear set up, and I'm gonna kick it back to the studio for your weekend planner.
Happy Labor Day weekend, everybody. The Salooner tables are showing fair fishing conditions all 3 days of this holiday weekend. Peak daytime activity will start at 2:24 Saturday and 3:01 on Sunday and 3:41 Monday afternoon. Night action picks up around 1:59 Saturday, 2:36 on Sunday, and 3:16 in the morning on Monday. Depending on your area, you can expect the sun to rise around 7:04 and set around 7:52. Evenings will feature a moon that's 92% visible. Stick with us to check out all of the current fishing reports from throughout the area. And I'll return with Bassmaster Elite Angler Chris Zaldane on this week's Ask the Pro feature.
Hey guys, we're out here on Lake Nacogdoches here in East Texas. We're gonna be doing some largemouth bass action today. Now, we're in the heat of the summer, guys. I mean, dead into the summer. It's 100 degrees every day. It usually gets pretty tough this time of the year, but we got some tricks for them today. We're gonna be throwing small baits at them. 2.75 rage swimmers. We're gonna be going after those suspended fish. That's what we're gonna do in the morning. We're gonna be waiting for that sun to get up. That sun gets up, we're gonna go try to catch them on topwaters, man. KVD splash, things like that. Something we can throw out there and get them to hit when they're schooling. Should be a pretty good day. It's gonna be a hot one, but I think we'll get through it. There he is. Not a bad one. Barely hooked. Oh. Whew. Man. Big head, big mouth, little body. We're out here on Lake Nac, middle of the summertime, and I mean it is hot. It's hot. No one's out here because it's so hot. We're out here on Lake Nacogdoches, fishing for largemouth. Man, it's been really hot out here, and we're trying to catch them on a topwater today. Topwater, some other things. Problem is, man, when it gets like this, they get really suspended. It gets really tough. Guys, not a lot of people fish this time of the year, but there's ways to catch these fish. We're gonna try to show you how today on Let's Fish TV. I'm gonna get this one back in the water and pick back up topwater fish and see if we can catch another one.
Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by Holland Safe Company. Holland is a Texas company with real safes designed by a professional locksmith and overbuilt to give you the most quality possible. Don't just have a safe, have a Holland safe. Now this week we're going to start at Lake Texoma. We're going to go sand bass fishing, so we're going to go up on the western edge of the lake around the island area. We're going to catch the sand bass on top early in the morning with your torpedoes, your pop-Rs and such as that, but keep in mind, this is a high traffic area. A lot of recreational boaters will be passing through and they may push those schools subsurface. That's when you need to have that little 3-inch swim bait on a 1/4 or 1/2 ounce lead head, or a slab, spoon, or even a tail spinner to catch those sandies on Texoma. Now, out at Richland Chambers, bass fishermen also going to want to start early, also going to want to start with top waters like your Zara Spook, your buzzbait, your pop-R. Fish those either around the docks or on the main lake points very early in the morning. When that bite dies, and it will, you're going to want to go back out to those very same main lake points and use your A-rigs, your deep diving crankbaits, anything that'll get down deeper in the water column. You can also look for things like the pond dams, wellheads, and other deep water structure there on Richland Chambers for your bass. That's this week's Lone Star Lakes. Check us out on Facebook, Lone Star Lakes.
Another one, guys. Oh, he's gonna jump. There's so many of them down there, and yet they're still hard to catch. But you kind of just stay with it, like we said. Guys, we're out here on Lake Nacogdoches, right in the middle of the summertime, trying to catch these hard suspended fish. I'm gonna go light line, spinning rod, but you can get some fish like this, guys. It's not wanting to really eat, but we can just trick a couple of them. I switched right there back to my rage swimmer. They got energy though. Oh, came off. That's all right. Got to put me another rage swimmer on there. He did a little toll. It's all right, another good one though. I think we kind of figured it out. So what I got is a baby squadron head, okay? It's the baby one. The other ones are a little bit longer, like this one. Okay, that's a regular squadron head. This is the baby. It's got a lot shorter shank. That way you can put this 2.75 on there. It's a 2.75 rage swimmer. The key to this is to make sure you get this straight. So when you put it in, you want to run it down there. And it's got slits in there. It's got one big slit going down the back. You want to make sure you come right up through that slit. I get it about right there. And I have tons of this Loctite. I get it at Lowe's, wherever. And just put it right there on the neck. Just feed that on there. And when you feed it on there, just make sure it's straight. It'll run way better. They won't bite it if it doesn't run straight. And it's already on there, like that glue to that rage swimmer glues instantly, so it's ready to go. And I'm just going down there and I'm almost crappie fishing it, guys. I'm throwing it out there, and I mean, I'm not even, with this wind, it's really hard. I mean, you got to keep it down there, right there in the middle of them, and they just kind of eat it just like a crappie, man. There's so many of them down there that one of them will just eventually bite it, and they'll kind of get schooled up. Pretty cool deal. Really hard to catch these fish doing something different. I threw up in there and I could see on my forward-facing sonar, I mean, none of them even reacted. So, I mean, at least I can get a bite here and there on this thing.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Lake Hartwell Country. Catch the feeling. Lose, feel the difference. Mamba Boats, ride with pride. Strike King, tie one on. Fishing Specialties, makers of the premier mount assembly for live sonar.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. You see that shad it flicked up? Boy, it threw up a big old shad. Got it. Just had to make a little move. I don't know if he's any good. Not a little bad one. Oh yeah. Look there, you can see those shad. Look right there. That's the size shad they're eating. Right there. That's why they're so hard to catch. I don't even know if he's got a hook in him. He ate it so good. So the sun's getting out. They're starting to pop up even more and start schooling more. So we came out here, kind of got through with the swim bait and the Damiki rig. This one got hooked pretty good. Oh, there we go. It's good though. So we made a little move. Now I'm just throwing this Strike King Splash up there. You know, a lot of times, most of the time I'll throw sexy dogs and stuff like that, but when they're eating those shad like that, I'll try to downsize. And a lot of times when it's tough like this, they don't really want that sexy dog, that big commotion, making a lot of movement. If you notice, a lot of times I'm barely working it, not making it splash too much. I know it's called the splash, but I'm really just walking it like I would a spook and just being real subtle with it. I got one already. I wish I had another rod hooked up. Maybe I can hurry and, oh, they're going too good. Oh, fat dude though. Maybe I can unhook him real quick. I still hear him. Oh yeah. Woo, got him. Oh, that's pretty awesome. You see that shad it flicked up? Boy, it threw up a big old shad. Well, not a very big shad, but it threw it way up in the air. Look at how they're eating this thing. Can't even see that splash in there. Oh. That's pretty awesome. Oh, not a bad one. I haven't used pliers on all these fish. They eat it so good. Not another bad one, guys.
Hey friends, Captain Kevin Broussard here with this week's Let's Fish Report, coming to you right here from Cajun Paradise Charters in Southwest Louisiana. We're going to keep it on the saltwater side of things, but I tell you what, over around the Venice area, they've been catching lots of triple tail, lots of redfish. Some of the boats even doing really good on snapper. The boats that are going offshore, matter of fact, one of my guys, Captain Carlos, and them made a little trip down there. They had some good tuna fishing the other day. On the freshwater side of things, I tell you what, wherever you're fishing at, it's an early bite, a late bite, or an at night bite. Tell you what, you're still getting good reports from Toledo Bend. At night, people are fishing around the boat docks, throwing 10-inch worms. Tell you what, even some big spinner baits and buzz baits, and they're doing really good, actually catching some quality sized bass. The crappie bite has slowed down just mainly because of the heat, but most of those are in 25, 30 foot of water. Live shiners and very, very small, light tube jigs seems to be the key there. For Old Cajun Phil, I'm Captain Kevin Broussard saying happy fishing, may God bless. We're gonna see you next week. Let's fish.
That's awesome. I saw her sitting there on top of the water, man. What a day. What a day we've had. I mean, just absolutely smashed them today on top waters. Late in the day. Oh, man, what a fish. Look at that. Look at how she's got it in there. She wants to jump. You can't even see it in there. Look at that. I mean, just ate it. Whew. About to get some pliers out on that one. Not bad catching fish like that out here on Lake Nac, East Texas. Man, catching some topwater fish like this, Pretty fun day.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Mercury, Go Boldly, Lowrance, the ultimate fishing system, Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, Alabama. Plan or book your fishing charter at orangebeach.com. Motor Guides Tour Pro with GPS anchor, powered by Passion. Glacier outdoors since 1982.
That's a big one right there. How awesome is that? There he is. That was pretty cool. I thought I had two for a second. It's barely hooked. They're all starting to be better ones if you notice. Just a little bit better than the ones. Not a bad one though. Especially when you can see them like that hit, man, that's really awesome right there. Lake Nacogdoches, man, right here, East Texas. It's about 8 to 10 miles away from actual Nacogdoches, Texas. Fun fact, Nacogdoches is the oldest town in Texas. The lake does not fish old though. The lake fish is pretty darn good. There he is. Just another good one. There. Whew. It's a little topwater action. Finally getting going. They're still busting around us. Not a giant yet. They all seem to be a little bit small. We'll start catching bigger ones and bigger ones as the day moves on. They're just now getting going. Oh, come on. Settle down. They're going on behind this. Let me get up in there real quick. Basically on every lake it does this. You know, you can usually find some type of schooling fish. It's usually late in the summer like this. Everything, like I said, that thermocline starts getting higher. The shads start pushing up higher. That's why we can't hardly catch any fish on the bottom right now. And usually what happens is the sun comes down. I'm no scientist, but the plankton starts pushing up. The shad feed on that. The bass feed on the shad. It's a whole cycle going on. Besides all that, I just like to throw a topwater at fish blowing up, so it works out good for me. There he is. Got him. Just a little guy. Yeah. Come on. That's a big one right there. How awesome is that? Oh, I saw her coming. Oh my gosh, that made the day right there, guys. I mean, I don't know if I can keep on fishing out here after that. That made the day. Oh, I only got one hook in her now. Come here. Come here. Oh, look at that one. What a day. That's a great one to end on, man. They kept on hitting it and hitting it. And they weren't big ones. And then I see this big one roll up right behind it and just come up right up underneath it and just eat it. How awesome is that, man? What a day on Lake Nacogdoches, East Texas. Guys, it might be hot, it might be summertime, it might be tough fishing, but you hang out here long enough, then you can catch some big ones, guys.
Watch our latest episode or catch up on past episodes on our website at letsfishtv.com. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter for new fishing videos every day. And download the free Waypoint TV app to get all the latest episodes every week on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV. Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there. Visit Mississippi. Wanderers welcome. Power Pull. Total Boat Control. Balls Out. Made in the USA. Heavy duty mounts for your fish finders. Rely on. Challenge your limits.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for the Ask the Pro question. This week, Taylor wants to know, what is the most memorable moment in your fishing career to date? For an answer, we asked Bassmaster Elite angler Chris Zalday.
2019 Knoxville, Tennessee. I was sitting like in the bottom 5 in the Classic 2019. On day 2, I came back and weighed a 20-pound bag, throwing a swim bait, doing something I'd really love to do, just going out having fun, and it vaulted me all the way up to 3rd place. So that was the most memorable. Day 2, Bassmaster Classic 2019 in Knoxville.
If you want some help from one of the pros, simply go to letsfishtv.com and follow the Ask the Pro link to submit a question.
Here's today's Right Stuff, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Hey guys, we're going to talk a little bit about the gear I use today. First off, the bait, a KVD Splash. Now, when you're throwing topwaters at school and fish, you can use a lot of different things. I opted for this one because I started seeing the shad out there. The shad were really, really small. Sometimes I throw a sexy dog, sometimes I throw the splash, but when I see those shad being really small, I throw something small with it. I don't throw the smallest one, and here's why. It's because I have to make really, really long casts. You gotta stay away from those fish. So I still want something that I can throw a long ways, and you can see I threw it a long ways today. Now, I got it on braid. I always throw topwaters on braid, usually because I can cast it a lot further with braid. The rod and reel, I have a Super Duty 300. I usually throw all my braided stuff on Super Duties. This 300 lets me have a lot of line and lets me make long casts. The long casts are key for catching schooling fish like this. The rod, this isn't your typical topwater rod. It's actually a spinnerbait target casting rod. It's KVD's Team Lou Signature Series rod. I've just kind of messed around with a whole bunch of different rods, and this is one I really, really like. Like I said, I'm trying to make super long casts, and I want to be able to hook up with them because usually they hit right off the bat. I'm not catching them really close to the boat. So that's my gear I use today. Hope this helps. Hope you learned how to find them and catch them today on Lake Nacogdoches in East Texas. Andrew will be back next week. Guys, I hope you had as much fun as I did. See you guys.